ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಟೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಲೋಡ್, ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗಿರೋಂಥ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು 5 MCQ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ರಾಡ್, once again which is subjected to tensile load and problems on it. ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹೇಗೆ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ರಾಡ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಥರನೇ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ. The concept is volumetric strain on cylindrical rod subjected to tensile load. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಾರ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಬಾರ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಂತ್ L and diameter of the bar is D, initial diameter of the bar is D, and we are applying the load P. Therefore, to get the expression for volumetric strain, first we will assume certain terms for the cylindrical rod. Let us first take L is the length of the cylindrical rod, that is initial length of the cylindrical rod, and small d is the diameter of the cylindrical rod. Once again it is the initial diameter of the rod, and capital V is the volume of the cylindrical rod, and we all know expression for volume of a cylinder is nothing but pi by 4 d square into L. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ pi by 4 d square into L ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ del L is the changing length of the cylindrical rod. del L ಅನ್ನೋದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು del L ಇಂದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And del D is the changing diameter of the cylindrical rod. Diameter ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ del D ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Similarly, del V is the change in volume of the cylindrical rod. ಅದರ ಗಾತ್ರ ಏನು ಬದಲಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು del V ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ P is the axial load which is acting in its direction of length. Once again ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಾಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಾರ್ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಕಲ್ ರಾಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ದಿ ಲೆಂತ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಲೋಡ್ P ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ 2 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ. ಅಂಡ್ EV is the volumetric strain of the rectangular bar. Like in the previous case, here also the symbol is same for volumetric strain. It's not rectangular bar, it is for cylindrical bar. It's a typing mistake. EV is the volumetric strain of cylindrical bar. Okay, then first what is our job is, let us determine the final dimensions of the cylindrical rod. Means we have to find out the final dimension. Once the load P is applied, the dimension of the cylindrical rod is going to change. Therefore, first we are calculating the final dimensions of the cylindrical rod. First we will see the final length of the cylindrical rod. As we have seen in the previous case also, whenever we apply a tensile load to any object, its length is going is going to elongate. There will be increase in its length by amount del L. Therefore, final length of the cylindrical rod is equal to initial length L plus del L. That is the increase in length. As the load P is applied, there will be increase in length and decrease in diameter. That's what I am explaining. Therefore, when we calculate the final diameter of the cylindrical rod, whenever there is increase in length, definitely there will be decrease in its diameter. Therefore, the final diameter of the cylindrical rod is nothing but small d minus del d. Therefore, after getting the final length of the cylindrical rod and final diameter of the cylindrical rod, it's easy for us to calculate the final volume of the cylindrical rod. Final volume ನಾವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಸಹ ಎರಡು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ. Therefore, when we substitute in the volume of the cylindrical formula, once again pi by 4 d minus del t whole square into L plus del L is the final dimension of the cylindrical rod. Using above expressions, when we move further, once again when we get the product of these two terms, there are so many products which are of having negligible values. Therefore, we will ignore the small quantities, and therefore after ignoring the small quantities or the quantities which is having very negligible value, we will have the final volume of the cylindrical rod. Means directly we are calculating the final volume of the cylindrical rod as pi by 4 d square into L minus 2 into del d into L into d plus del L into d square. This is the expression. After calculating the final volume of the cylindrical rod, let us determine the change in volume of the cylindrical rod. Our aim is to find the change in volume of the cylindrical rod, because our volumetric strain definition says that it is nothing but ratio of changing volume to the original volume. Therefore, we need to find out the changing volume of the cylindrical rod. Therefore, changing volume of the cylindrical rod is nothing but final volume minus initial volume. When we subtract the initial volume by final volume, we will get the difference. We will get the changing volume of the cylindrical rod. Therefore, changing the volume of the cylindrical rod is given by del V is equal to, when we substitute these two terms in the above equation, we will get it like this. The equation is pi by 4 into d square into L minus 2 times del d into L into d plus del L into d square minus d square into L. Here d square L gets cancelled. Therefore, the expression what we will get is pi by 4 into del L into d square minus 2 times del d into L into d. This is what the expression we will get after simplification. ಎರಡನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಈ equation, this is the changing volume of the cylindrical rod. Once again, like in the previous case, volume strain can be determined by the expression EV is nothing but equal to changing volume divided by original volume, that is del V divided by V, that is the original volume. When we substitute these two terms, changing volume divided by original volume, pi by 4 gets cancelled, and then if we keep on simplifying the above expression, finally we will get EV is equal to del L by L minus 2 times del D by D. This is after simplification, we will get the expression like this. Simplification ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, we can also express volumetric strain for a cylindrical rod as follows. After getting the previous equation, we may say that volumetric strain na ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, volumetric strain is equal to linear strain minus twice the lateral strain. Because linear strain ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು, del L by L ನ ನಾವು linear strain ಅಥವಾ longitudinal strain ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ del D by D ನ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Therefore, volumetric strain na it can also be expressed as linear strain minus 2 times lateral strain, that is EV is equal to del L by L minus 2 times del D by D, where del L by L is known as linear strain ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. even ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು longitudinal strain ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. del D by D ನ ನಾವು lateral strain ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. After learning this, if you want to understand more, if you want to understand clearly, then we need to solve a problem. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಡಿರೈವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅರೈವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. therefore let us start with the problem on volumetric strain of a cylindrical rod which is subjected to tensile load. Then first we will look into the problem. Problem says that a steel rod 5 mm long, 5 mm long length iranತ ಒಂದು steel rod and 30 mm diameter of the steel rod is 30 mm is subjected to an axial tensile load of 50 kN. ಒಂದು axial load of 50 kN ಗೆ cylindrical rod ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Determine the change in length, diameter and volume of the rod. ನಾವೇನೇನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಂತ್, ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರಾಡ್ ಅನ್ನು we need to find out. ನಾವು ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. and he is also given Young's modulus as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square and Poisson's ratio as 0.25. ಇಷ್ಟು ಡೇಟಾದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುನಃ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಒನ್ಸ್, ಟ್ವೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಥ್ರೈಸ್ until we come to know what are the given data and what are the unknowns which we need to find out. ಇದಾಗ ತನಕ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮೂರು ಸರಿ ಓದಿ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಫಸ್ಟ್. therefore our first step of solving problem is we need to list the given data. when we listing the given data, the data given in the above problem is length of the steel bar or steel rod is given. L is equal to 5 meter. We convert it into in terms of millimeters, that is 5 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter. And he has also given the diameter of the rod D is equal to 30 mm. And he has given the tensile load P as 50 kN, which is nothing but 50 into 10 raised to 3 newtons. We are going to convert it in terms of newtons because it's easy for us to substitute in terms of newtons. And Poisson's ratio he has given 0.25 and Young's modulus he has given E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And the unknowns what we need to find out in these problems are, we need to find out the change in length and change in diameter and change in volume of the rod. These are three unknown quantities which we need to find out using the given data. Therefore, in the first step, we will, as usual, we will calculate the area of the rod. We know the simple expression. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ simple expression. Area of the cylindrical rod is nothing but A is equal to pi by 4 D square. therefore pi by 4 D is 30 mm ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ 30 mm ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ I will get area as 706.85 millimeter square. Using this area, either I can find out the volume or I know the direct formula of the volume. Therefore volume of the rod ನನಗೆ formula ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. V is equal to pi by 4 D square into L. L ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. therefore pi by 4 30 square into length is equal to 5 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter. When I calculate this expression, I will get it as 35.34 into 10 raised to 5 millimeter cube, as it is the volume or initial volume of the cylindrical rod. Then I know the expression for strain of length. Strain of length ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು del L by L ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ I know the expression for del L by L is also equal to stress divided by E, that is Young's modulus is equal to stress by strain. Strain is nothing but del L by L, which is also equal to stress ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, stress is nothing but load divided by area, therefore P by A into E. After simplification, I will substitute the values of load P, area A and Young's modulus E. Then I will get the value of del L by L is nothing but the value of P is 50 into 10 raised to 3. The value of area is 706.85 into Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5. Upon substituting these values, I will get the answer as 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 as the strain of length. Next, therefore, after getting the strain of length del L by L, I can calculate del L, that is change in length. Del L ನಾನು easily calculate ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ just cross multiplying the L to that side, right side. Therefore, if I multiply 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 into length is 5 into 10 raised to 3 plus 3. Therefore, change in length del L is, I will get it as 1.75 millimeters. Then, to find out the change in diameter and to find out the change in volume of the rod, I will use the expression of Poisson's ratio 1 by m is equal to, that is nothing but lateral strain divided by linear strain. He has already given the value of 0.25. Therefore, lateral strain I need to calculate. Linear strain already I know. Linear strain is nothing but del L divided by L is 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. Using the linear strain or longitudinal strain, what I can find out is lateral strain is nothing but 0.25 times linear strain. I will substitute 0.25 into 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4. The lateral strain, that is del D divided by D, I will get it as 8.75 into 10 raised to minus 5. Therefore, del D is equal to, if I cross multiply, if I want to find out the change in diameter, that is del D is equal to 0.25 into 3.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 into small d. If I substitute the value of D, finally I will get del D, that is change in diameter of the cylindrical rod, as 2.62 into 10 raised to minus 3 millimeters. And final unknown quantity which we need to find out in the problem is the change in volume. Change in volume we need to find out. For that, first we will write the expression for volumetric strain. The volumetric strain expression is nothing but del L divided by L minus 2 into del D divided by del D divided by D. We already know the volumetric strain as 3.5. Therefore, change in volume is nothing but del V is equal to 1.75 into 10 raised to minus 4 times V, that is the initial volume of the cylindrical rod. When I substitute the value of V, that is original volume of the cylindrical rod, I will get the change in volume as 618.45 millimeter cube. That is the change in volume of the cylindrical rod. Like this, initially you need to list out the given data, and step by step you need to calculate. You need to keep on calculating the change in length, change in diameter, and change in volume of the given cylindrical rod. Then the assignment problem for this class is same similar problem. Last previous problem ಏನು ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಲ್ಲ cylindrical rod ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. Only thing is some data given is different. Data ಮಾತ್ರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, otherwise problem is one and only same only. Let us see the problem. A steel rod of 3 mm long Once again he has given the length, diameter 50 mm diameter also he has given, subjected to an axial tensile load. The tensile load given is 100 kN. Determine the change in length, diameter and volume of the rod. Take E is equal to 200 kN per mm square. Poisson's ratio as 0.3. These are the given data. Based on these given data, you need to find out the change in length, diameter and volume of the rod. This problem is for your assignment. We have arrived to the end of this session. Once again, here we are having some few multiple choice questions using which you can think little bit on this concept as well as on the subject. The first question says that the ductility of material dash with the increase in percentage reduction in area of a specimen under tensile load. The options given are it increases or decreases, or it will remain constant, or it may not. None of the above is the answer. You think carefully and give the appropriate answer, select the appropriate answer for the above question. The next question is the property of a material by virtue of which it can be beaten or rolled into plates is called. The phenomena through which the material can be beaten or rolled into plates is called, what we will call it as, options are malleability, ductility, plasticity or elasticity. Choose the right one. Next question is, after reaching the yielding stage while testing a medicinal specimen, strain. What happens to strain? The options are it becomes constant, starts decreasing, increases without any increase in load, none of the above. Based on your stress strain diagram, you think of it and give the appropriate answer for the above question. The fourth question is the ultimate tensile stress of mild steel compared to ultimate compressive stress is. We are comparing the ultimate stress of tensile stress and compressive stress. The option says both are same. More, the tensile stress of mild steel is more compared to ultimate compressive stress, or it's less. The fourth option is unpredictable. It can't say anything. Based on your knowledge, you select the appropriate answer. The next question is, the Young's modulus is defined as the ratio of volumetric stress and volumetric strain, lateral stress and lateral strain, longitudinal stress and longitudinal strain, shear stress to shear strain. These are the few MCQ questions which are relevant to this presentation topic, or it may also relevant to the unit 1. You go through the unit 1 or unit the entire concepts, and based on that you answer the following questions. Now these are the key answers for the given MCQ questions. This is the end of session 9, in which I have covered the concept of volumetric strain of a cylindrical rod subjected to tensile load, and one detailed problem covering the determination of change in length and diameter and volume of the cylindrical rod, and even I have given one assignment question which is similar to the problem which we have solved in the class, and I have given few MCQ questions to think about the subject and to gain the knowledge. Is there any doubts? For any further doubts, you can contact me through my email ID. My email ID is punithkmr1414@gmail.com. Thank you all.